On 9R tractors with the plug on the back side of the inner sheave and a plug on the front shaft. First, we need to go back to the center of the tractor. And on the left-hand mainframe is the valve block to relieve the oil pressure. Loosen the jam nut and back the bleed screw off no more than 2 revolutions. After you have relieved the pressure from the valve block, go back to the front of the tractor. And you're going to use 2 M8 by 45 bolts to screw in to the existing holes in the front of the outer sheave. Screw these bolts down until they stop. After you have tightened down the 2 M8 bolts, the belt should now be loose. You should be able to rotate it by hand. If that is loose, then you need to remove the plug on the back side of the inner sheave along with the plug on the front side of the shaft. Once you have removed both plugs, we need to insert a grease zerk into the front shaft. Using an extended zerk helps with clearance. After you have installed the zerk, we're going to grease the front until grease comes out the rear. Stop as soon as you see grease coming out. After you've got grease coming out the rear of the inner sheave, put your plug back in, remove the grease zerk from the front, reinstall your plug, and remove the 2 pusher bolts. After you've done that, go back to the center of the machine, relocate your valve, and close the bleeder valve. Once you are done with the drive, you then need to grease the driven. Sometimes this is easier by performing on the right hand of the machine. Remove the rear plug of the driven and then remove the front plug of the driven. We're going to insert a grease fitting into the front side of the driven. Grease it here until grease comes out the rear. Once grease has come out of the plug on the rear side of the driven, reinstall your plug, remove the grease fitting from the front, and reinstall your plug.